Hey everyone, I am just going to get started. It is a crazy, crazy Sunday night in my house, and not a lot of you responded to get on the call, so I'm just going to make this short and sweet. Welcome to week 2 of our Fit Fab Fall Challenge. We are on our second week. This is our second week team call, and I just wanted to gather together to chat with everyone and just get a feel for what everyone is struggling with. And hey, Rodney.
Hey,
And hey. And I'm recording, so I'm just going to keep on going. I was just saying that this is our second team call and just wanted to get on and have everybody just chat real quick and tell me, and let's talk about what we are doing well with, what we're struggling with. And we're going to keep it short and sweet, maybe 10, 15 minutes tops, and just talk about what we want to focus on in this coming week and just connect with each other. So Rodney, if you are open to start, I will be happy to listen to what's going on with you and what you're having success with and maybe what you're struggling with, and let's just chat a little bit about it.
okay. So far, I would say I'm having more success with eating. I'm having greater success with eating and meal planning. Thank you for meal planning tips. That
Yes.
has been extraordinarily helpful. So
Good.
that helped me. I've eaten less chocolate. As I said, that was my other struggle. So
Mm-hmm.
some, but a lot less.
Okay.
Uh, the other thing that I think I'm probably struggling with is more exercise during the week is so
Okay.
tough schedule that I have, but I try to push myself to do it. So I would say I'm doing it more days than not. I'd like to do it at least 5, but I'm probably doing maybe 3 or 4 days.
Okay. That's good. And that's actually something I wanted to talk about. I think sometimes, I touched on this a little bit in our first call, but sometimes coming into these challenges, because it's a focus, we think, I want to go in, I want to get everything done the right way, start to finish. But I think that the best approach that I'm finding for my own life is to still have that focus because you want to have goals, but at the same time, to give myself realistic goals based on what's going on in my life. So for example, for you, you're in the middle of the football season. You also have a full-time job. And so there's a lot balancing with your family life, your, football life, your work life, your
Mhm.
church life. I mean, there's a lot going on. And so same for us. So sometimes, the nutrition is 80%. It's much more it weighs much more than the workouts. Not that the workouts aren't important. Those are going to give you the energy and all that stuff. They're going to give you the endorphins. But if you have to choose one or the other, it is better to be more consistent with the food.
Right.
So that's always something I remind myself, like, okay, I might not always get my workout, but I can definitely, control what I put in my mouth. And the
Yeah.
other thing too about the workout schedule, and I was helping, one of the other challengers with this is sometimes you just have to say, okay, you know what, right now I'm going to schedule out 3 days a week. And then if my week goes smoother and I can add another day in there, good. But I think so much of this is mental. And I know for me, I tend to be a perfectionist, which is something I'm constantly working on not being.
Hmm.
And if I tell myself, okay, I'm working out 6 days this week, and then I don't get 6 days, instead of remembering to celebrate the fact that I might have gotten 4 days in,
Right.
I beat myself up for not getting 6 days in, where I just need to look around and say, okay, my husband's back in school. He's working full time. He's a head coach of a football team. I'm running a business. I'm with my son. I have to set realistic expectations for myself.
Right.
So that's something I really want to drive home for us is just celebrate the wins, because when you do that, then you realize some days you can do more, and you don't feel that heavy burden of I missed the mark, I missed the mark, I missed the mark. And that's a new thing for me. So I'm the same as you. I can get my shake, I can drink my shake. I love my Shakeology. I can eat pretty clean, but on the weekends is where I really struggle to get my workouts in. I'm exhausted. I'm just like, I woke up yesterday and I was like, no,
Yep.
no, it's not happening. I need to rest. And you just need to make that call for yourself. So I'm glad that you're doing that. But how are you doing with, have you checked out any of the Fixate cookbook? Have you checked out what is the Fixate cooking show, so that you can get some meal plan recipes and stuff on? Have you had a chance to check that out, or do you know what that is?
It is. I have, but I will try to schedule time to do it.
Well, it's really cool. Sorry, my computer broke up a little bit. Say that again.
No, I said because I want to get some recipes.
Yes. So, and I apologize. I've been really scarcely posting in the group this week. I made the mistake of starting my free group the same day as this group started. And then I had a third group started. It's just been crazy. So I usually post a lot more recipes. So I'll make a point to definitely do that. But in your part of your membership, you get tons and tons of recipes. So that Fixate, there's a Fixate cookbook, and it was designed for this container plan. But then there's also the Fixate cooking show that they do, and it's gourmet food recipes, but they're clean recipes. So it's, whenever you get a chance, just browse on there and see there's tons of stuff. It's awesome.
Okay.
And of course, if you're getting bored with your Shakeology, every flavor of Shakeology, you can click on it, and there's like a 30 days of different recipes you can try just for each flavor. So like, I think we have 7 flavors. You can get any recipe for like vanilla, chocolate, whatever it is. There's like, it's the best. So if you get bored, go back there.
Now that I got that pack, I got the greenberry,
yes,
strawberry. Those are the bomb. I like those.
Aren't they good? And it's so funny. The greenberry, you think it's going to taste like sage or something. You're like, greenberry. It's good. It's really good.
Very good.
Good. Well, yeah. So for me, this week has just been more of a struggle with my energy. Like I said, because for the rest of the team, Rodney and my husband, they're coaches for the same team, same high school football team. And it's a lot of investment from them and a lot of investment from their families. And so, football season is just a busy time for everybody. And so it's just, for me, been the energy. I've really been struggling to get up as early as I want. And what happens when I don't get up early is it just trickles into the rest of the day. Because I'm with a 2.5-year-old all day, I have to have alone time. And really my only time to do that is now when they go to bed, or really, really early in the morning. And so if I miss that morning window, it's a hot mess trying to get on track for the rest of the day. But you make it work. So the Shakeology, I drive this point home all the time, but it's almost like your insurance policy. So even if it's the only meal that you have that's good for that day, like if you just completely bombed your meal plan, or you just, really ate off track, you're getting so much food in that food, so many nutrients in that. And it's unassuming because it's only 170 calories. And so you're thinking there can't be that much food in it, but they have jam-packed it with 70 ingredients. So what you would get from eating 7 salads, all the different nutrients you get from that, you're just getting in that little scoop. So I remind myself sometimes, like, okay, if I've had an off day, or the kids went through McDonald's and I ate some of it, and whatever, it's like, okay, I have my shake, my body's gotten everything that I need, and it helps you. That's why it cuts cravings, because it feeds your cells, and then your body's like, oh, I'm satisfied. So get it in every day, because it's just, especially on those off days, you just know, like, okay, my body still got fed. But the only other thing I was going to share, since there's not anybody else in the call, the only thing I was going to share too is I listen to Joyce Meyer a lot, and I'm listening to a series of hers right now on my podcast series. And she said, she's talking about the difference between getting and receiving. And so she said, to get means that you obtain by struggle and effort, and to receive means that you are open to receiving what's around you. So you're open to obtain what's around you just by being open. And so she's talking about, relationship with God and a spiritual aspect, but I really was listening to it and I was like, it's kind of like fitness too, because sometimes we set goals and we're like, man, I really got to lose 30 pounds, or I really got to do whatever it is that the goal is. And you're just striving. You're striving. You're like, okay, I got to get it. I got to get this weight off. I got to get this healthy eating under control. I got to, but sometimes it's really more of a matter of having faith that you already have whatever you need to get to that point is already in you. You just have to be open to receive it almost. And not that you don't have to do the workouts, and not that you don't have to do the eating clean and all that stuff, but sometimes I think when you try so hard, at least for me, it almost seems to like slip right through my hands. And then I seem to struggle even more. And I'm like, I'm doing so much. I'm trying so hard. And when I just take the pressure off and I just think, okay, you know what? Greater is in me, is he that's in me than he that's in the world. Like, I can do this. I can really make good choices, one choice at a time. I don't have to eat 10 cookies just because we have cookies. I can have one. All these little things that steal away your goals, you can really just relax and say, okay, I have everything I need. I just have to remember that, and I have to enjoy this process. It doesn't have to be this ho-hum, other thing on my to-do list. It can be something that we get to do. And I think that, she was talking about saying things out loud, and I really believe in that. I believe in telling yourself that you're capable, telling yourself that you have everything that you need, and reminding yourself that it's not all about struggle. You can enjoy it. It's a labor of love. It's something you get to do. And when I was on bed rest, I'm just going to digress for a second, with Gabriel, just in one day, everything that I was complaining about, I work out, but it's like, oh, I got to do my workout. I got to do this. All of a sudden it was like, you don't get to do that anymore. And I wanted it. It was like, just like that, I realized, what, it's not something I have to do. I get to do it. I get to do it. And now when it was taken away from me, I realized that. I was like, it's a privilege. It's really something that you're blessed to be able to move around and get off all the extra weight you put on, and, eat healthy food, and that you have food. And it's just a different perspective. So I think fitness is so mental, and, making those small choices every day is so mental. It's not really about your capability, because you have everything in you that you need to get to where you want to go. It's really just your mind has to take over and say, okay, and your faith that you can do it, and that you have everything, you're equipped. So, I thought that was something that I just wanted to share that I was listening to that today, and that really helped me to remember, because I'm a sweets girl. I love my sweets, and Shakeology has helped me to curb that big time. I still eat sweets. I mean, I still have my stuff, but nothing compared to what I used to. I mean, Girl Scout cookies in the house, nobody's getting any. I'm hiding them in the freezer. I'm eating one sleeve, and then I'll wait 2 days, and then I'm eating the other sleeve, and they're gone. And maybe I was shared maybe one or two, and that's just me. That's me. But Shakeology has changed that a lot for me. So, but that's all I really had to share. I just wanted to, these calls are really more for us to say, I'm really struggling with this, or just for us to connect, so that when we're going through the week, we know who each other is a little bit more, and we can really invest in the encouraging part of this. So,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you for jumping on. I know it's Sunday night, so I'm not going to keep you. If you have anything to add, feel free. And if not, then we'll resume next week. Oh, I'm glad I said that. I'm going to be determined. My best friend is going to be here. We have our high school reunion, 20-year reunion at Watkins Mill. And so she'll be here all week, and Sunday is kind of our last day together. So I may postpone the call, or I may just reschedule it. So I will put an announcement in the group by Wednesday, what we're going to do. So.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, thanks for getting on, Rodney. It's good to see you live.
Yes.
And let's get ready to whoop Poolsville this week.
More film and more film. That's my next objective.
Yes. I'm telling you. All right. Well, have a great night, and
All right.
I'll see you physically this week.
Yep.
All
Have a
right.
good.
You too.
Right.
Okay.